Hey everyone, it's Mindy Hahne, the Midwest premier sports handicapper, coming to you from TonySpix.com and the half of the morning show duo, The Morning Steam with Ramon Scott. But hope you enjoy this free pick video from our show. Be sure to click in the link in the description for our best bets. Now here is the pick.
There'll be protests outside. Don't know if you caught this one, Mindy, but some of the accusers of one said quarterback have rented out a suite to root against him in the game.
I
So
did not know that.
I always kind of joke around a little bit, but it's time now, and we'll see what Deshaun Watson can do. He's bided his time, if you will. I don't know if it's been. We don't have to talk about it socially. He's starting this game, though, no doubt about it. And here's the thing: we talked about Brissett, Mindy, and why wouldn't you, go with Brissett, who's done a pretty good job and actually maybe done a lot better than we expected, and made the team competitive. But let's face it, right now the Browns aren't going to the playoffs. So I'm going to retract my comments and say that if you, signed a big time quarterback and who hasn't played, and you got to get him, acclimated to the program because he's your quarterback of the future, probably the right move for the Browns, actually.
And is it a coincidence that it just so happens to be versus the Texans, But yeah, I mean, definitely the most motivated person on the field here will be Deshaun Watson. I mean, the Texans here, they've just been struggling on offense, and I think now they're with Kyle Allen at quarterback, I think, it's like they kind of keep moving around there with that too. I think I'm going to take a look at the Browns here. Again, I think the only reason, like for me, that you would, I think he's better than Jacoby Brissett. Jacoby Brissett's more consistent, but Deshaun just has that live arm. I mean, he's so good. The Browns are 2-2 on the road, Texans 2-3 at home. I think the Browns can take care of business here.
They're betting the Browns like they have Monday's paper. It seems like, granted, the spread hasn't really gone up too much, but I think that's because you're already dealing with a pretty big spread to begin with. But the way the betting's kind of coming in, it just seems like everyone's going to be on the Browns. C-Man says Browns with a W, so he likes them at least on the money line there. And Scotch says take him against this Houston team. I think he's talking about the spread. C-Man may also be talking about the spread. I don't disagree, but there is pressure on Deshaun. It is his first game back, so I'm going to have my doubts of them covering the number. I'm going to have my doubts on these offenses. Really, is what I'm going to have my doubts on. I think here, Houston has covered the last 7 meetings against Cleveland. Some of those were with Deshaun Watson at quarterback,
Right.
by the way, right? So Cleveland is 0-4 against the spread against sub-500 teams. I don't know if your teammates necessarily get all motivated. I imagine that, I'm sure he's a good teammate and all that. There might be some people who, on the team are like, what about this guy? Scott says he'll buy the alternate spread. It looks like he's willing to go even higher on the Browns in this one. To me, all the professional betting is pretty much all coming in, the steam, if you will, on Cleveland. But I think there's plenty of professional bettors that are going to be willing to come back on Houston in this one. So I'm going to reserve judgment on that. Mindy's on Cleveland, and I'm on the under in this one. Cleveland and Houston, it's definitely, for better or for worse, it's definitely going to be worth a watch.
Right.
I think everybody agrees. We want to see what happens. I don't think there'll be much, I think there could be some rust. I don't know. It seems like an easy call to say that. But as far as an athlete, he should still be in the prime of his career. I don't think it should take long. I don't think he'll lose the skill set. He didn't seem to be on the decline or anything, Mindy, right?
Right. I don't think he's on the, any sort of decline at all. I mean, there may be like a little bit of rust, maybe, first couple drives. But again, I mean, he's been working out the whole time. It's not like he couldn't do that with the team. I think he's been with the team since is it September, something like that, or he's been throwing. So I mean, other than getting back up maybe to the speed of the game, other than that, I think he'll be okay.
He's been getting licensed massages from approved therapists. Okay.
So thanks for watching, and make sure you get over to the Tony'sPicks.com website right now and check out our All Cappers tab where you can purchase some of our own personal picks. And be sure to go ahead and use the promo code TonyT at checkout to save 20%. Okay, have fun. Watch another video. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.